Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Black Ops 2 In Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the MP7 submachine gun, and thus starts the submachine gun reviews. After the submachine guns, I'm probably going to do assault rifle next. These are a little bit harder to review than an individual attachment or a pistol, so they might come slower. It'll probably be every other day instead of every single day with these weapons. The first thing that you want to know about the MP7 is the first thing that you want to know about every gun in this game, and that's how much damage does it do. It deals 33 damage in close quarters combat, but drops off to 18 damage at a distance. Since your players have 100 health, that means it's going to take between 4 and 6 shots to kill. The headshot multiplier for this weapon is 1.1x, which is lower than it has been in previous Call of Duty games. Previous Call of Duty games usually had 1.5, 1.4, sometimes 2x headshot multipliers. In Black Ops 2, they are generally lower, as they are designed to lower your required number of shots to kill by 1 instead of by any higher factor. So if you're getting headshots, it's going to be something like 3 to 5 shots to kill depending on your range. This weapon fires at 900 RPM. If you put rapid fire on it, that goes up to 1200 RPM, but there are some side effects such as decreased range and increased recoil with rapid fire. Most of you aren't going to find that favorable, so you'll be shooting at 900 RPM. This is the same speed as the Vector, and it's similar to the Cheekum. I would say this is an average speed for submachine guns, and it shoots in fully automatic mode. No bursting, no single fire, nothing funny unless you put select fire on it. The 4-shot kill range, or the maximum range at which your weapon will kill in 4 shots, is a very important thing to know because that's essentially the optimal effective range for this weapon, and that's approximately 16 meters or just slightly outside of shotgun range. At about the range that your 870 MCS is not going to be hitting anything is the optimal range for this submachine gun, because that's where your 4-shot kill range ends and it turns into a 5-shot kill range. So this is a very close quarters weapon. That's the way it was designed to be. It seems low, but that's actually higher than the Vector or the Cheekum, which are the other fast-firing submachine guns, and definitely higher than the Scorpion, which is the fastest-firing submachine gun, but it is lower than the PDW and the MSMC, which have relatively high ranges. The time to kill is unfortunately slower than average. You would think that this is a very fast-killing gun, but it's just a little bit slower than average. I'm not going to say that it's slow or super slow or anything like that. It's just a little bit less than average on the time to kill. The recoil is also higher than you think. A lot of people use this weapon in MW3 when it was ridiculously accurate and very precise. In this game, it's not like that. It is somewhat easy to control the recoil because it mostly kicks up with some side-to-side drift, but if you do a wall test, just hold down the trigger and spray, it actually has a lot of recoil, or a lot more than what you have been conditioned to think about with the MP7 and MW3. I would say this is a very average recoil submachine gun, but a lot of people still think of the MW3 one with very low recoil. I do think, however, it has the best iron sights of all of the submachine guns in Black Ops 2. I have absolutely no need for a red dot sight, for an EOTech, for a target finder, for anything going on with this gun, because I believe the iron sights are very good. They're not obtrusive, they're very clear, and the center, the foresight, is very, very easy to use. There's really nothing wrong with these iron sights at all, so I never run other sights. The reload time is 1.72 seconds, which is the fastest of all submachine guns, or the fastest reload animation. It has a slightly slower reload cancel time than some of the other weapons, but it's still very, very fast. The gun will reload a little bit slower than that 1.72 if you burn through all of your bullets and you need to rechamber a round, but overall it is a very fast reloading submachine gun. Black Ops 2 also has knife and run speeds attached to each individual weapon. The knife speed for this one is 1.12 seconds, which is a little bit faster than average, but nothing too special, and your run speed is 100%. You get no movement penalty whatsoever for using a submachine gun. A lot of people ask questions like, what's your movement speed when you aim down sights, or something like that. Your movement speed when you're aiming down sights is somewhere around 80%. However, interestingly enough, for submachine guns, if you put a stock on your weapon, you'll actually run one faster than 100% when you're sidestepping. You can sidestep a little bit faster. It's kind of neat. Not faster sprinting, but some faster side-to-side movement at 102%. The raise and drop times are very standard for submachine guns at about 0.6 of a second and 1/3 of a second. The aim down sights in and out time are the exact same as the rest of the submachine guns at 0.22 seconds and 0.20 seconds. These are faster than light machine guns, faster than assault rifles, but not tremendously faster than assault rifles, just a little bit faster reaction time than assault rifles to give them something of an edge. Like all of the submachine guns, the hip fire is very good. There's nothing else to say about that. It's just the same as the rest of them, and they're all pretty good. Laser sight makes it better, but they're pretty good without it. It has a very healthy magazine count of the second highest amount of bullets per mag of 40. With extended magazines, you'll go all the way up to 54. I'm more of a fast mag fan in this game, but if you want to run extended mags, it's not a bad choice on this weapon. Got a little corporate sponsorship moment for you here in the beginning of the video. You remember those Gamma Lab samples that not everybody got, the ones that you signed up for back in July and that some people didn't get? Well, that was a big bungle because they were expecting about 1,000 requests and you sent them 92,000 requests. I received a lot of complaints about this, and I sent them to Gamma Labs, and they said anybody that did not get their sample, you need to email samples@gammalabs.net with your original address, name, email, contact information, all that kind of stuff, and they'll sort it out. So if you didn't get your sample, please let them know. Email them at samples@gammalabs, because I promised samples and I didn't deliver, or they didn't deliver, something got bungled, but please email them if you do want the samples. And they're also running another contest. This one's actually just for me. There is a linked tweet in the description that promotes one of their videos, and they offered up cold hard cash for this contest. Whichever commentator gets the most retweets wins cash, and this is relevant to me because I'm moving soon and there's a lot of fees to pay, the most relevant of which is a pet deposit fee for Ozymandias here, which turns out to be just about what they're offering in cash. So if you retweet that link, you'll help me win. I have to compete with Jericho and T-Mart and Woody, so it's a pretty tight contest. I need a lot of tweets just to be in it. If not, if you don't care for the promotions or don't care about me, that's also okay. I know not everybody's into that sort of stuff. When it comes to describing the MP7 submachine gun or how to use it or what it's best at, I'm going to say that this is the most average submachine gun compared to all of the other submachine guns in this game that each have a quirk or a niche or something that you can do with them. This one is very average, and I don't mean that it's average in a bad way. It's a very solid, dependable, reliable weapon, and it's also very easy to use. I feel that this was the first machine gun set up in the class to just kind of familiarize new players with how submachine guns should feel in a Call of Duty game, because this feels like a classic Call of Duty SMG. Good up close, not so good at a distance, pretty high recoil, but you can manage it, clean iron sights, quick aim down sights, big magazines. It's just very easy to use. This is the everyman submachine gun. This is the rough and tumble submachine gun. I feel that there are no particularly bad attachments for this one. I don't think that sights are necessary for it, but it's pretty hard to go wrong with the attachments, and I pick these up off the ground all the time, and I'm very happy to have them with me when I run out of ammo. I'm like, thank God somebody dropped an MP7. I'm normally running something more complicated, but it's still a very good gun. When I do run this weapon, my favorite way to run it is with silencer and fast mags, or maybe silencer, fast mags, and quick draw, just kind of depending. I feel that it really benefits from silencer because the silencer reduces the muzzle flash, and the range is the best of all the rapid fire submachine guns that will, other than the PDW and MSMC, they shoot a little bit slower. And because of the reduction in muzzle flash, I can track targets very easily. It makes it feel more accurate, even though it's not technically more accurate. It's just very easy to stay on target. Again, it's very good with quick draw. I use quick draw a lot, and the grip was surprisingly helpful to cut back on the recoil, so either one of those you could experiment with, but it's very hard to go wrong with this submachine gun. Well guys, that's all for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. If you'd like to check out my previous episode, which is a sound whoring guide, you can click the box on the left, and if you'd like to check out my next episode, which is going to be on the PDW 57, you can click the box on the right whenever that goes live. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.